It's Monday again. Amazing how time flies when you're having fun, right? So today, started out with mowing the yard, and now I'm trying to load Shelby Charger onto the trailer so I can move it in to the garage and get it out of the driveway. And I'm winching it up, and it got really hard, so I was like, what the heck? I mean, the tires are low, but that wouldn't stop the winch. But what I found was the exhaust was cut, and I'm the one that did it, I'm pretty sure, so it's my fault. And it's all the way almost to the axle of the trailer. So originally I thought, well, I'll just pump up the tires, use this because I didn't realize it was in the trailer, use this brake pry bar to raise that section up enough to clear the trailer. And then I was like, well, hey, you're a dummy, it runs all the way front. So we're going to take the sawzall, we're going to go in there and cut that up in here somewhere, let that hit the ground, and then we'll finish winching it on the trailer. Okay, got that done. Must have got a power steering line while I was doing it. Unfortunately, that's what it happens. So, to all the haters, I haven't had one in a while. Oops, dropped my phone. Now I got it covered. Sorry, I'm a disaster tonight. So anyways, this is the frame rail of this car. I don't know how well you can see it, but yeah, I can go almost all the way through. And it's pretty rough. So let's get this thing on the trailer. Oh yeah, pulls a lot easier. So we're not going to go all the way on the trailer. It's actually a little far to the left, but that's okay for what we're about to do. I'm going to show you. So we're going to pull it up on the trailer. Remember, we're not moving it. We're not going down the road. So that's it. You see, it's all the way at the rear of the trailer. Why do I do it that way? Well, the reason is because I've got a beaver tail that angles down on the trailer. So naturally the car is going to want to roll off that beaver tail once I get it to where I need to go. So I'll leave it hooked to the winch here, and then once I get it to where it's going, I'll put air in all the tires so they're good to go, and then I will literally just push it, and I will use the winch to walk it off. I don't just let it free fall, because you got to be able to control it. So I'll use the winch to control the speed of the momentum. So what I'll do is I'll let some of the winch out, give it a little push, and let the winch take up the slack and hold it. So let me get my ramps. I'll sit those on the trailer, pick up my sawzall and air compressor, and let's move this thing. And just like that, we now have the 85 Daytona on the trailer. Hopefully, I'm hoping to be able to finish it up tomorrow, and then it can go. So the plan is to get this door, the passenger door, of course the wheels and tires, those are staying. Steering column, cluster, shifter cables, pedal assembly, and then fill it up as much as I can. Won't be able to put a whole bunch inside of it, unfortunately, because not having any doors, but you know, we'll take what we can get. I also got to get the engine harness the rest of the way out and clear off the cowl area from where I got stuff just laying up there, but that's easy. Windshield's busted, cracked, probably been like that for several years. So that said, the Shelby Charger is now in the garage, and as you can hear, the fan's on. So the winch on my trailer decided it wanted to act up as I was trying to get this off. Of course, going on the trailer, it went right on, not an issue. So anyways, I messed with it and got it. It finally started working again, so I was like, oh, cool. So we got this in the garage. We'll be able to get started on this one here very soon. Seems kind of redundant and a little, I don't know what the word is, to have two cars in the garage to be parted at the same time. But I have somebody that wants the seats out of that one, somebody that wants the rear bumper cover off of that one, possibly the rear hatch seal if we can get it out, and some other stuff. So that one's going to take a little bit longer than this one. Plus, it's one of those deals that when I get tired of working on that, I can move to this and vice versa, and hopefully get both of these done at a fairly reasonable time. So as you know, our truck got hit on our way to Carlisle, and September 7th, it goes in to get fixed. And it'll be gone at least 1 week, maybe longer, depending. So I'm trying to get as much of these done and out of here before I have to relinquish my truck for a week or two. Because I don't want to leave these just sitting in the garage for a couple of extra weeks if I don't have to. So I'm going to be busy. Hopefully, that's the plan anyways. The weather's cooled off a little bit. It's not scalding hot anymore. But I know like this week, for example, I probably won't be doing much Wednesday and not likely doing much on Friday. So there's 2 more days, already this week, and today's just Monday, that are going to be occupied by family matters, and family first, yes, 100%. But, it takes away 2 days of being able to get stuff done. So that just puts a little bit more on me with this date quickly approaching. So we still got a couple of weeks. So the 85 will be gone. That one will be out of here. I'm hoping that I can come home tomorrow and knock it out. So really from here on out, it's not going to take a lot of time. It's just doing it in the train. We got a train track crossing block and a half away. So we hear that every now and then. So anyways, the plan, like I said, the wheels, tires, etc. The doors will be easy. This fender isn't even really attached. So my plan is to just come in here and cut it with Sawzall, whatever, and get rid of it so I can get to the hinges easier. That door will come off, and we're going to do the same thing on the passenger side because that fender as well. So this fender as well has got a pretty sizable dent right here, so we're not keeping it either. Plus it looks like it might have some rust in here. No, that's just some scaling. So because of that dent, I don't think it's worth keeping. We got others that are in better shape. Plus there's a ding here, which that's fixable. So anyway, probably come in here with the cutting wheel, cut that, peel it down just enough to get to the hinges. Makes it easier, quicker and easier. And then like I said, with the doors are coming off, so a couple of hours, if that, this car's done. We'll get the rear wheels and rear hub and spindles. We'll pull those. I've got them down to a science. They don't take very long at all. I could probably actually have this car ready to go tonight if I was motivated more. I'm just not motivated anymore tonight. It's after 6. Just ate a good dinner. The wife cooked, so now my belly's full, and you know how you get when that happens. So yeah, we'll find something to get into. We got a couple of things to ship, a couple of things to work on yet. So let's do that. All right, it's Tuesday. What are we doing tonight? Tonight is the plan to get these hubs. Well, the hub's already loose. To get this spindle removed off of these 85 Turbo Daytona. Get the spindle off. This is actually easy because if you recall back, I've already taken half of this apart because when we got the car, the wheels were locked up, so it already broken all the. Notice there's no shoes or anything else in here. That's already all gone. So this shouldn't take terribly long to get done. But we're going to knock out this, try to get the doors done. But you can see in my storm warners. The other problem I have is possibly have a customer coming for a windshield. Well, you know that normally typically it turns out to be I stand around and BS for hours because, we've already talked about that. So I'm going to get busy. I'm going to try to get the rear wheels done so that this thing can be back on the blocks. I'm also going to go ahead and take the fronts apart so I can get the rack and pinion out of this car. And then, like I said, I've got to get the clutch cables, steering column, etc., out of it. So we're going to do all of that tonight as well and remove the doors. So that's the plan. As long as the weather holds out, and it's not super hot. It's hot, but it's not super hot. As long as the weather holds out, we're going to knock this out. Well, I don't know how much of it you're going to be able to see, but just as I suspected, it is raining now. I don't know if you can see the windshield of the truck's wet. It's not pouring, it's just a sprinkle, but it's enough to delay me. So I guess with that going on currently, we'll work on something in the garage for now until this lets up a little bit. But I got the rear wheels done, I got the driver's door off, and the instrument cluster out. Everything is in the garage except for my jack, which whatever it is, what it is. So we're just gonna wait this one out. Well, I look a hot mess, but we got some stuff done. As I said earlier, I got the door off. I also got the passenger door off. I gotta speak loud because I think the fan is drowning me out. I got the passenger door off. All the wheels are off. The dash is out. The clutch pedal assembly is unbolted and ready to come out, but it started doing this on me, and it's thundering and whatnot. So it appears that my evening is probably over. I got the engine harness the rest of the way out, cleaned off the cowl, but a few pieces left. Mama Cat's taking cover. So we got been doing business as we're trying to get this apart. Got the headliners sold out of the Shelby Charger. I got to get it out. They're actually local, and get that out. I got most of it out already, but I kind of stopped while it was raining earlier. I worked on that, and then it quit raining. So I came out and tried to finish this up, and now it's raining again. So probably done for the night. I had a gentleman who was supposed to come get a windshield, but I haven't heard from him, so I'm not sure if he's still coming or not. Said he'd be here between 5 and 6, and it's almost 6 now, and I haven't gotten a response or nothing. So it is what it is. Already started on the Shelby Charger. Like I said, I got door panels off. I already had those off. They're both junk. They were just mildew and rotten. But I got the consoles already been out. So I got the lower dash bezel out, the cup holder been out, and the radio trim out. And then, like I said, it stopped raining, so I went back out on the Daytona. So this car, I still got to get the, I still want to get the rack and pinion out of it. I know that it's not a Turbo Z rack, but they don't make parts for these anymore. So, you know, worst case scenario, if somebody's got one that's bad, then we can work something out on this one. It's only 4 bolts and then the 2 tie rods, so another 15-20 minutes of no rain, I'd have been fine. But it's here. You can see that's to the northeast of us, but I don't know if you can see the tree blowing. I don't know if it's about to storm or if it's just windy because it's gotten cold. Let's walk over here to the door. Let's see. This is to the west. Yeah, I don't think it's nothing major. So anyway, 91 Daytona. Been working on it. I got the taillights out and started filling up the back with all the extra junk that it come with. I had somebody wanting the rear bumper cover, but we found it had a tear in the bottom corner. Of course, it was hidden because of all the junk that was in the back. And then I got somebody that I need to look at the front radiator support. They are needing probably from about here forward. So while I guess I'm out here, I might as well go ahead and work on taking this nose off so I can get a clear shot of that. It shouldn't take terribly long. Let's knock that out. Say hi. You want to say hi? Say hi. Hi. Mama Cat and I are bored. This sucks. Stupid rain. I just wanted to get that car done, but this is what we got. It's not going to be another day. Oh well. It's Wednesday. Just got home. Wife had an appointment, so we've been gone most of the day. And as you can see, it's misty, rainy crap. But it don't matter. This car leaves tomorrow. We have to pick up another one tomorrow night. So no matter what I get done tonight, this car goes over the scale tomorrow afternoon when I get home from work. So we have an empty trailer to go get the new acquisition. So I'm going to be out here in the rain, get wet, and get this thing finished. So let's get to it. All right, it's now Thursday. You can see the trailer's empty. It means the 85 Daytona is gone. Where am I going now? Well, we've got about an hour drive to go get something else. Yes, hopefully I don't have any messes here. Anyways, my buddy's gonna ride along with me. The wife is staying home. They said it's about 55 minutes, give or take. And we're gonna head down and grab this. Hopefully get back before it's too late. He just got home, so we'll run over and grab him. And we'll talk about what we're picking up later on. So here we go. All right, so it's Saturday. We went Thursday, picked up another vehicle. I'm gonna show you that here in a minute. Yesterday we ran around, spent the day with the wife, so we didn't do anything business car related. So Saturday morning, we're sitting here, scrolling the marketplace, and a car pops up. I sent it to her. Sent it to a buddy of mine. He's into these cars, a little Mini Cooper. And he's like, oh man, you can sell this for this and da 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 da. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, my wife's like, let's go get it. So I messaged the seller, hey, they were asking $600. I said, would you take $500? And they said, probably. First come with a trailer gets it. Okay, cool. Well, I said, we're an hour and a half away. Have to unload the trailer. And then, we'll be ready to go. So we get around, get the trailer unloaded, and we message him. I messaged him. I said, hey, we're getting ready to leave. We're about, an hour and a half away. Where am I going? So he sends me an address. Awesome. So we go. I sent him I said, okay, our ETA is this. And we take off and we go from here to the ATM. Between here and the ATM, which mind you is only down the road a few blocks. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was such and such. And I'm like, okay. He says, I got to see what they're doing. It's fine. I get it. If you have somebody else on their way, I appreciate that. Because I had told him earlier that, if I'm leaving to come get it, I don't want to get there and, somebody else got there 10 minutes before me. So if I'm driving an hour and a half, and he's like, oh, I understand. So I thought we was cool. So I have to be respectful of that as well. If he has somebody else on their way, between the time, we talked and the time I said we were ready, I get it. I'm okay with that. The problem I have is you just don't reply at all. Because my wife, she messages him, okay, understand, let us know. Nothing. Half hour goes by this time we'd done come back home. Half hour goes by and we're sitting here waiting. And she says, message him, hey, do you have any updates? Nothing. 20 minutes later, marked as sold. It's fine. Again, I'm not upset it got sold before me. It's the way it goes, right? You didn't even respond. People, man, just irritate the heck out of you. So, anyways, we decided that we were going to go to the hardware store and, now I've got a big project ahead of me. But we'll get to that. I'll talk about it real quick. So, but what did we pick up? Well, as you may have known, we picked up a vehicle last fall, that needed a door glass and a door. And scrolling the old marketplace again the other night, this seller was amazing. This is the perfect seller. So scrolling marketplace, found this truck, and I sent it to my buddy. And so he's like, oh, I'll message him because I was in the middle of some stuff. So he messaged the guy, and then I messaged the guy and asked him about the door and the glass, and he said, no, I'm not parting it out. It's the whole thing or nothing. Okay. Anyways, my buddy says, he hasn't responded to me. Well, I got a response. So I was like, all right. I messaged him, hey, when can we come and get the whole truck? I have a vehicle on my trailer. I can't get there until Thursday. They said, that's fine. It's not a problem. So Thursday night, we got the address, took off, went down, got the truck loaded, and everything went perfectly smooth. That's a good seller. One that you don't have to piss around with trying to get answers or responses from. The man was quick with his replies and very courteous, helped us get it loaded, the whole 9 yards. So what did we get? This is another Dakota. This is a 1990. Short bed, but it's convertible. I need this piece of glass and this door. So these two pieces are going to help save the black one. They're going on the black truck regardless. This truck is complete. It's pretty unique. It's a 5-speed, four-wheel drive. It's a shame that it's in the condition it's in, but you know, it is what it is. It's beyond my control. This truck sat for many years, packed in a yard with, I think the gentleman said that over time there was probably close to 200 cars in this man's yard, in his uncle's yard. So there was a lot of junk there. All in all, it's not in horrible condition. The frame's rotted on the driver's side real bad. That's the reason the truck's getting parted. So like I said, we're going to keep the door. It's got a little scaling on the bottom. It's better than the one we have that's caved in real bad up front here. And then of course, like I said, the door glass. This fender's not horrible. The hood's not bad. This side marker bezel's good. The grill looks nice. The lower fog light valance. Mama Cat making her presence. And then the fog lights, this one is cracked. I don't know if you can see it, but it's cracked here. Still probably usable. This side marker is no good. The lens is broken here, but the housing itself is still good. We might be able to sell it. This fender is pretty well shot. It's all rotted on the inside. You can see it's just rotten. The driver's door is rough along the bottom, and it won't open or shut very easily. But again, this glass is convertible only. This piece and this piece. The door itself, what they done was they just come up here and cut it here, and then they cut it here, and that's why it's got this plastic trim, kind of like a Daytona would have, but that's why it's got these little trim pieces. The bed is actually pretty nice. It's got a dent here. You know, it's got a few little war dents, but nothing major. So anyways, playing with this one is, it'll be a complete part out. The transmission, the transfer case, the axles, every body panel I can sell is going to come off of this and go to other homes. I don't need anything but the door and the glass. So it's got a cover. The bed has got a bunch of stuff in it. It comes with another convertible top frame, which is pretty cool. So we have 3 convertible top frames now. This one, that one, and the one on the black truck. Tailgate's all beat to heck. So the tailgate's no good, but it is what it is. So what did I get myself into? Sitting around waiting on this Mini Cooper deal to happen. That never happened. We decided this is a project we've been wanting to do for a while. So now's a good day to do it. So the truck, she's squatting. She got some weight in it. 30 of these blocks, sand, stone, and sand. Plan is the fire pit is going to go here in the center, and then I'm going to block around it. I may have to get more block, but for now I'm going to use what I got and get started at least. So that's what we're doing on Saturday. No business related stuff, no car stuff, lifting heavy stuff. So let me get busy because I ain't gonna get done standing talking to you.